Humans were never meant to fly, but through ambition, persistence, innovation and collaboration with one another, we have earned our place in the sky and beyond.
Welcome to Gravity Industries headquarters. Today we're flying 1,300 horsepower jet suits and exploring what this incredible company is all about. Let's begin. What an absolute pleasure, mate. How are you?
Yeah, nice to meet you, man. How are you?
I'm absolutely fantastic. Man, you got to tell me a little bit about this because this is the craziest thing I think I've ever seen. I mean, just briefly, can you just describe what this is?
Yeah, it still baffles me every time. So it's a crazy bit of kit and I just can't get over it. It's amazing.
We call this a jet suit. We use 7 miniature jet engines just to quite simply balance on the force of those. So you have 3 on the back and then you have 2 on each arm and you're pretty much just holding a tripod of stability, pulling the power in and then balancing on the force of those jets.
That's absolutely fantastic. Where do you come from? What's your background? And I mean, how do you get into this? It must be pretty crazy, right?
It's mental. Like, it's really mental.
Back in the early days, Richard was looking for potential people to come fly it and thought gymnasts were like a great option because of their air awareness, their lightness. And then I eventually got invited to come have a go. And then a couple of years later, I'm now here teaching you how to do it. So
unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's really cool to be involved from such the early stages and see it kind of develop over the years and get to where we are now is pretty wild.
But this almost surreal creation wasn't made by some enormous tech company or aviation giant. It was actually brought to life by a former oil trader who simply believed that he could do it. He made the first prototype out of almost scraps by trial and error at a farm in England. That man is Richard Browning. Richard is the inventor of the Gravity jet suit and the company's CEO. He developed the suit piece by piece in his spare time and experimented with micro gas turbines to see if they could produce enough thrust to lift a human off the ground. That human being Richard, of course. After many developments, theories tested and probably far more than a few crash landings, Richard had a breakthrough moment and achieved his first hover. Since then, Richard and the team at Gravity have perfected the design and are finding incredible applications for the technology.
Yeah, racing's a big one that I'm fond of. I mean, everyone would love to see these spooning it around, 8 or 9 pilots battling it at 70, 60 miles an hour, really, really close. We have the military side of things, so that's a bit of a push at the moment for our side, for like maritime boarding and that kind of thing. But also first responding is something that we're big into. So how quickly can you get a first responder to a casualty to stabilise this situation?
And today, I'm going to learn to fly one.
The simple question I can only think of here is, what can I expect today?
So it's all about practice. The more you do it, the better you become. It's as simple as that.
Ryan and my friend Jamie, they both very high level gymnasts and they picked it up really, really fast. And I was trying to be as good as them. Yeah. And it pushed me farther back because I was trying to do it rather than learn it myself. So it took me like 50 goes to get to anywhere close to what you're doing.
And the training program is basically a 6-week training program now. But by week 1, 4 days, you're pretty much normally flying really well on our tether system to the point where you probably could come off safety. But for safety, we obviously keep it on the tether.
Of course.
We've trained just over 800 people now, and I would say only about 30 of those have actually come off safety.
Awesome.
There we go. Any questions at all?
No, looks good.
So the last boring thing to do is to get you to sign a waiver,
Brilliant.
and then all the fun begins, basically.
It's the coolest thing I've ever seen, bar none. And I've done some cool stuff, but that is something else entirely. I mean, they are wickedly powerful. I mean, just listen to it. It's wild.
If you've done any skiing or anything like that, it's kind of very similar to that.
So very different to flying jets, because he's flown some jets in the past as well. So instead of having control when you're flying the plane, it's actually you controlling yourself. So we're actually trying to hold ourselves in a nice stable position, which we call the flight position, and that is the fundamental basics to how this thing flies. So your first kind of go is what we're going to do is we're going to try and get you into that flight position. And I can explain what it is now, but when you go up into it, the suit will kind of try and push you into it, and it will really make sense where it is when you're doing it, and it will be really aggressive and horrible when you're not in the right position, basically. From the hips, slightly bent over, and you're going to have your arms slightly wider than shoulder width, about here. Once you pull that trigger in, which we'll explain to you in a short while, the power is going to ride up into your shoulders. To start with, it might feel quite aggressive. The worst thing you can do at this point is try and stand there and muscle the power, because you will lose. It's a lot of power. It's 175 kilos of thrust. You'll actually find it's quite a soft, spongy feeling of force where you're not actually, you're just like, oh, is this it? This is fine. And then from here, you can then basically move your arms around to control where you are. We'll go over that more in your go, because there's a lot going on in your first go. It's a bit of a sensory overload, so there's lots going on. Another thing too is over time, look at how everyone is standing right now. Is anyone standing like this? Everyone's standing with their chest up. So naturally, your brain's wired to stand upright. When you're learning this, you want to bring your chest down. Completely unnatural when you're learning, so I'm going to keep reminding you to be hunched over and keep your arms straight, okay?
End up in this square here, look. Everything that we're going to do is going to be based in here, okay? So you're going to turn around and face the front. Perfect, that's great. Going to clip you in. So bring your arms out of stowage, and you're going to slightly forward and have your arms slightly wider than shoulder width. Straight arms, remember. Relax, hold it there, chill, there. Just chill. Try not to overcompensate. Just try and stand there as you see. At the moment, you're like this. I want you to be like this, okay? Whenever you're ready. So lean over, straight arms, stop and go. Nice, slowly, control it. Remember, up and over more.
So what I do, we've got a little bit of fuel left. I want you to hold on the power, stay still. I want you to turn to this post and then to this post. Relax.
Yeah?
Relax. What, you mean I'm not?
You can see your legs not. Your legs like kicking around. So that's totally natural.
Yeah.
It's perfectly natural.
Yeah.
Just try and really mellow out into it and enjoy it.
Just trying to correct it.
Keep
Yeah.
your head up, and I think that will help a lot.
You got it.
Cool. If you're ready, we'll do it.
Great.
So we're going to give you those.
Can you chuck us these
And
glasses?
then we'll go again.
please?
Yeah, because you've got to have those.
Gotta have
style points, man.
Style point.
Try and rotate for me. Good. And then reset the shape. Arms together a bit more. That's good. Right, follow me. Good. Reset. Follow me. Hold it still. There we go. Mental hop. Good. There you go. Now, see how you're still moving around quite. Once we do a little hop, you land, you get stable again in the new routine, okay? Spin again, off you go. There we go, looking up. Look up forward, there you go. Your brain's freaking out, and that's why you're pushing your legs. Oh yeah, we'll let it cool off a bit longer, so let it run for a bit longer. But that was brilliant, eh? Sit. Okay, you can go ahead and hit the kill.
Wow! My God, I can flipping fly! So we've had a couple of runs. What do I need to work on with this? I mean, I'm starting to get the feel for it. It's tough. This thing is it's a wild beast, but there's a way of controlling it. How do I do that?
Yeah, you're not wrong. It is a wild beast, and I think when you're not in control of it, it really bites you. So it's learning to kind of respect that. So you're not doing terribly though. Like honestly, like you always compare it to yourself, like, and think you're doing bad, but you are doing really well. I think all that's happening at the moment is you're just overcorrecting yourself, and you're trying to overcorrect your balance, rather than like on a bicycle where you just mellow and you're nice and mellow and you're flowing with it. That's the kind of mindset you need to tap into. So just try and chill out a bit more and relax your movement and not be so twitchy with your movements, and then it will all start flowing from there. So
I'll work on it. Thank you.
Red square, okay? You're confident that you can pull them up. All you need to do is over, okay? You're confident that you can pull them up. Look at that. Pull them up. Hold still.
Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah, it's just resisting the natural urges, really, isn't it? But
yeah. But you see how small the movement needs to be. You're really still quite aggressive.
Yeah.
But as soon as you mellow it down, you see how nice and mellow it gets, and you're nice and comfortable.
Absolutely.
So, it's just because you're excited.
Yeah.
It's really excited, which is fine, but you got to try and not run before you can walk. So, but that's really good. You're looking super solid.
Great.
To really mellow out everything. I don't want really aggressive movements. I want you to try and stay exactly where you are, just stay nice and still, okay? That's what I'm talking about, okay? All that happened there was style. All that happened is you went out of the box and the pedal was coming through. Mellow, holding you still. Straighten those arms, there you go. That overcorrection, that's all, okay? We're slowly getting there. Yeah, you're just quite aggressive with your movements, that's all. I think you need to be a lot more mellow. And if you're more mellow, then you'll be more controlled. But at the moment, you're going all over the place because you're trying to overcorrect yourself.
Lots better. So close now. Feel so close to just having it really under control. Goal is one stuck landing. That would be perfect.
It was then that Paul wanted to step in and show us a demonstration of the suit and how he does it so we can try and pick up some ideas.
I'll do a little flight demo for you now. It's really, really cool after having a go to see it kind of in real life. Annoyingly, I'm going to probably make it look quite easy because I've done this quite a lot. So don't, you know, I've had the most amount of flight time other than Richard, so I've done quite a bit. In hours, I'm probably at just over 20 hours of flight time. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when each flight's about 4 minutes, it's quite a lot. So probably 600 goes-ish. I can't remember the exact number. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll quite simply just show you something that you've not quite learned yet is something called vectoring. So when you're actually flying this properly, which you're all very, very close to being able to do this, is what we do is we control our altitude with our arms. So we start out quite wide and then we point them down and that gives us lift. To get rid of it, we come out wide and we drop and descend. So I'll do a very basic, just slow takeoff where I bring my arms down and you'll see me rise up into the air and then just hover there and then bring it back down and I come down. And what you'll notice with that is that the movement is tiny. Like the amount of movement is like this much. Very, very small, and you'll see that lift and the descent. And then what I'll do is I'll just go for a bit of a whip round. I'll just go for a little flight and you'll kind of see the dynamic capabilities of what it can do and the control that you have once you've kind of got that mastery of it. And it's really cool to see in real life. And the reason why I say not to film is because I don't want you to be distracted watching it on a phone, whereas if you watch it in real life, it's so much more impactful. Okay, so yeah, I'll get suited up and then we'll go from there.
Seeing just how effortlessly Paul had perfect control over the suit, how graceful he was and how small but precise his movements were, honestly had my jaw literally on the floor the whole time. But I knew that something had clicked watching him, and it was exactly what I needed to see to get the hang of this. But this is the last run. If I can't crack it now, I might not get another chance.
And now trigger and nudge down at the same time.
That was brilliant, there we go.
All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their minds wake in the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dreams with open eyes to make it possible.
What a day. I'm
lot.
blown away. I'm so glad I managed to get it. Like going into this, I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to get the hang of it.
For sure, yeah.
Obviously, you know, the runs in the suit, they go kind of quick as well. So I was thinking, oh no, what if I can't get it? But I feel like we really got it. So
Yeah.
I don't know, you're lead instructor. What do you think? How did I do today?
With the amount of goes that you had, you did really well. I mean,
Great.
the control and stability that you gained over, what, 5-6 flights that you did is quite remarkable, really. You know, I mean, imagine progressing that far and hovering in a helicopter for the first time. It'd probably take a lot longer than a couple of minutes or a couple of goes. So yeah, really, really good. It's just mellowing out that movement. I think you just really want to do it. So I think that often pushes you back a little bit, because I was a true struggler with that. I really wanted to do it in the early stages, and that pushed me further back.
Yeah.
So as long as you just try and relax into it more, it's good. But yeah, that was brilliant. You had a nice little hover there and it was nice and controlled.
Obviously, people can have experienced flights in this. They can go anywhere from a test flight to flight training to joining a flight club.
For sure.
Can you talk a little bit about some of those options too? And for people listening in, maybe from the other side of the world or different countries as well, how can people just, who are super passionate about this, get involved with Gravity and support this mission?
Yeah, we offer flight training for absolutely anyone, and you can email in on our website and kind of inquire from there. Like you said, we have lots of different options, from just having a little test flight and experiencing it, all the way up to a slightly more upgraded experience, all the way then to the bottom end of the line of actually learning to fly it properly and kind of joining our race series. So what's amazing about us is that as we're still such a little small company, we're expanding quite rapidly, the kind of world is your oyster when it comes to what you want to get out of this. So if you do want to join in and kind of join the race series, that is possible, you know.
Brilliant.
Or if you just want to rock up every couple of months and have a go, then it's possible. So
I got to ask the geek question, okay? So throughout kind of movie history, we've seen a few concepts at this, right? So we've seen stuff in Star Wars, you know, Jango Fett's, the Boba Fett's, we've seen Rocketeer, 007, Iron Man. What is the stupidest concept out there, do you think, that would never have worked in real life, having done this for so long now? What do you think?
when Richard was first learning this, I don't know if you've seen the videos, but there's some footage of him like dangling around like upside down like this.
Yeah.
And he was playing around with the jets on the legs. Now, funnily enough, Marvel got in contact with us and went, oh my God, I wish we saw this before we made the first Iron Man film. Because the scene in the first Iron Man film where he's learning and he's flying over the cars and he's like controlling, if you compare the footage of that to Richard learning to fly, it's basically the same.
Yeah.
It's literally exactly the same. So I would say Boba Fett and Jango Fett is definitely not quite accurate, because he just seems to have a rear engine, take off and then instantly be stable everywhere he goes, where that's not real. That's not real at all. If you just flew with the rear engines on this, you would just nosedive straight into the floor. So
It's me.
it would be pretty hectic. So I would say that one's probably not the most realistic. But
There we go. I mean, it's been such a terrific day, and I will stand fast and say that this is the coolest thing I've ever had a chance to try.
That's great.
See, it's truly phenomenal. I thank you so much.
No,
I
you're
really
welcome.
appreciate
Well, we've got
you.
one more thing for you, and that's this.
Oh man, look at that.
It's your flight experience coin.
No
So,
way.
Yeah, there
That
you go.
is terrific. Gravity Industries flight experience.
There you go.
There
And
we
that's
go.
perfectly balanced like a turbine too. So if
It
you spin it on a
is.
table, it'll spin.
There's a challenge
So,
coin.
Yeah, really well done.
I have a collection at home, so
Amazing.
this is going
There you
front and
go.
centre. I
So-
really appreciate it.
No worries, we've got 2 more of those as well. So you got one for your first sustained 15-second hover, which you're really close to.
No way.
And then there's a gold one for your first off tether. So
Unbelievable.
Well done.
We'll get
Yeah.
there one day, huh?
Great work, man.
Thank you so much, Paul. Really
Pleasure.
appreciate it. Cheers, mate.
welcome.
Huge thanks to Gravity Industries for letting me do a project like this, and to you guys for watching this video today. If you haven't already, please subscribe for the next videos coming up. There's some really cool stuff in the pipeline, which I can't wait to show you. As for now, go and check out Gravity, get a flight booked in, or go and support. See you in the next video.